Oh, we're actually at the 1 hour mark, but I'm gonna go ahead and get one more level then, because it's not a big deal. It doesn't seem to take very long. You get so many levels so quickly in this game. That's one good thing about it. Is like grinding is worth your while. It doesn't take forever. It might be actually faster to do this than in Xenoblade X, where it takes a bit longer. Although it doesn't take very long in that game, if you find the right places with the right frequency, then you can just get levels like nothing else. Yeah, that's why I remember Illusion U. I'm not allowed to disclose of it. That's fine. I know it's we can talk about it when you're ready. It is not porn. Prawn is a slang, U.S. slang for porn, so it's U.S. internet slang, I suppose, is the real accurate way of saying it. Okay, I think you're good. Yeah, more agility. She is not making a show. It is a never mind. It's related to translation, so. Girdle sword, vital lance, water glaive. We don't need this. Screw the glaive. I'm gonna go ahead and use the items I just obtained. The luck idol, who needs it more than anybody else? LUC 35, 36, 38. Maybe some to her. Koudelka could use the luck. Koudelka! Okay, how much longer do I need to get another level? Probably like about 2 more battles. Okay, 8,000. Fine. 1,000 and 3,000. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the guys their level. I don't know if I'll get Koudelka her level. Might take too long. I'm actually gonna save before I do any of that. I would ask. Never mind. I'm gonna ask Illusion this on stream. We can. But she will reveal that show when she's ready. There's also copyright. I remember that show also suffers from copyright issues if you try to upload it to. You stream at a decent. Got afternoon plans. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, once we get these levels, we should be in much better shape to deal with that final boss. We can damage her for at least 1,300 instead of 1,000. That would be really nice, but I don't know if we can. Reflect should help a lot. Take your time, Koudelka. Oh, someday my prince will come. Except it won't be a prince, it will be a monster. Oh, it's this thing. You can just crush it. Crush it like a bug. Probably could just... Maybe I should have worked on getting Reflect better, but it's kind of risky against these things. Gotta move up. Translation is such difficult. Oh, but Conrad, I actually did translating games live is even worse. I'm having them just reflect on themselves. It does not really matter. Yeah, we had to do live translation of Chinese games on this Twitch stream before. That was the game before the Child of Light, the previous game. So we've already done a few, 3 games in particular, 4 games actually, 3 from Shenzhen, which is the Legend of Fairy Sword and Fairy. It's a Chinese game with no translation right now, unfortunately. And one from Forget Me Not Palette, which is a Chinese translation of a Japanese game. Because there was no easier way I could play the game otherwise. Yeah, more of it. Oh, he got the level off too. Level 2. Oh, that's pretty nice. Wow, we got a lot of levels just from killing that thing. I had to translate on the spot. It's harder, much harder that way actually, and sometimes it was actually slowing down the game. And I guess I don't know if that's a dreadful experience for the viewer. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed it when we were doing those. We're not doing it right now, but not for the next. I will spoil and say probably not for the next 2 games, but probably the 3rd one that's coming up. Not for Valkyria, obviously, and not for the game after that one, which I haven't revealed yet, but I have given a few hints about. Let's see. Is Koudelka gonna get... Actually, she'll get her level really soon, too. 5,000. The rest of them, I'm not gonna bother. It's not worth it. Too lazy. There is another game, Chinese game, that I might translate. It's another one from another series called The Sword of the Yellow Emperor. Oh, actually, that game series, the latest entry in that series just got translated for Steam. So it's called Xuanyuan Sword, or like it's called like something like Sword of the Firmament or something. You can actually play it on Steam, and it's all English translated. So you don't need me to translate that game for you. So if you do have Steam, you should check it out. I've already posted about it. It's Gate of the Firmament, sorry, not Sword of the Firmament. And that's from the Xuanyuan series. Basically it also means Sword of the Yellow Emperor. It's the entry they decided to translate was the newest one. It's amazingly enough. Sure, the graphics are a little rough because Chinese games are kind of behind in terms of graphical power, even behind Japan, honestly. But at least the story is something that's unusual for most people here in the West. There are like things that you would never do in Japan will definitely show up in a Chinese game. So it's really interesting. It's such a different it's a different kind of storytelling. I do recommend it to all the viewers if you can, because that's a milestone. This is the very first of the big two sword, like the swords. The series are called like the dual swords because they're both end in sword. Yeah, geomancy and divination, not really my thing, so I don't know too much about it. Sorry, I was just reading your Illusion's comment, but like, yes, if you can play Gate of the Firmament. Okay, look, the Xuanyuan Sword translation is not perfect, but it's good enough to at least you understand the main points. Please don't use it as a bastion of spelling and punctuation, because it's not. It's actually a little lousy on that section, in that particular instance. However, at least you can get through with the game and you can understand what it's about, and that really does help you. I mean, what else is an English speaker gonna do? They're not us. They can't understand it like we can. Like, that's just like asking any Japanese person, like you're gonna yeah, the translation might not be perfect, but if you're a Japanese person, why the heck are you playing the English translation? Oh, Jade Empire? Actually, I've never played that either. Well, it is a milestone. I mean, like, sorry, I was just thinking, like, that game being one of the first in that series to get translated. Oh, she's silenced. That's okay, James can take care of that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I hate when that messes up. Right, for the most part. Anyway, he can take... James is now strong enough to take care of those enemies. Alright. Probably just going to get Koudelka that level. Yes, she got that level. Very, very good. I'm not even bothering with strength and dex now. I don't need it at this point in the game. Yeah, maybe a little of that. It's amazing how fast you can get levels. AGL Idol? I mean, Illusion, I know. It doesn't reach our standards of our translation. Unfortunately. I am a little disappointed in that, but given the situation with these games, like, I think it's good enough for most people. Maybe... Edward. He's just very slow. They're gonna get a level really soon, actually, too. This is insane, because you can keep getting levels over and over again. Alright. One more level for the boys. Let's get them to level 53 and call it a day. Cause yeah, I think that's about it. It's getting kind of late. I gotta stop. Right, there are plenty of people who can't write. I mean, this is more like the translation is just a little bit hokey in certain spots. I haven't played the English translation all the way through, so I'm actually planning to play that game eventually, but not right now. Oh, actually, I'm actually thinking, or I could play it and not care. Because I don't know if I don't know if it's absolutely needed for me to make a playthrough of it. Like, it's gonna be weird. It's sort of like, yeah, I mean, it's not good that the translation is not great. It's not good, but at least it seems like the the players were able to get through the game, so that's good. At least it was enough that they could get the gist of the story. I know some people were like, there are some heartwarming sequences. It's just that it's kind of, it was the thought that counts. It's just interesting. It's the first in the series to also be translated to Japanese, so it's a very, I mean, it's not an odd choice because the game was made in Taiwan. In Taiwan, they usually are very open to making their things available in Japanese. They have a much closer relationship with Japan than, say, China, for instance. Yeah, America, like the US, some people cannot say their own language. It is true. Oops, I wasn't supposed to get that close. Whatever. Anyway, it's just unfortunate that a lot of the older games in the series are not gonna get aren't not planned for translation as far as we know. Like the English translation of that game in particular came out as like a surprise. There was no announcement whatsoever. It's just like, oh, by the way, we're thinking of translating this game. Here, it's gonna be out in a week. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I was like, what? That's insane. There are fan translations of the first game of The Legend of Sword and Fairy, the really old ones, but I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't think that fan translations is that very good, and they're limited because they could not compress the text down. So I really need to scrub over it, but I was not satisfied with how the translation work was done. So I mean, stick with. It's more like I hate to be that guy. Like, stick with me. I usually try to do a good job. Yeah, he's gonna do a silence on there, and she's probably gonna get silenced, and it doesn't matter because I can just cast and kill you. Whatever. She can't. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. You can't cast Koudelka. I know you get like 50 turns per turn. Yeah, I do agree. We do need more. It's good to have variety of like stories available for everyone, really, not just for English speakers. Although, obviously, for us, we can handle it. For me, it's like I can handle the Chinese RPGs without English translation for the most part. there are some things I have to look up only because like they're too, oh, they're really obscure, and you need to know a lot about like old, like those kind of RPGs are like the wuxia are really tough, like the martial arts heroes. Those are really tough to for a first if you're just a Chinese to speak Chinese for modern Chinese. It's really tough because you won't know. Okay, you gotta. He got a lot. Yeah, now we got the levels we needed. Alright, I think we're ready to put an end to this Elaine nonsense. Okay, int idle. I know who to give that to. Alright guys, I think that we have all the tools we need. We are level 55. If we can't beat the final boss at this level, oh gosh, are we is it really gonna take that much level grinding? I really hope not. We've already gained like 6 levels since we started. Or like something like 5 levels, so... No, I was not level 50 at the time. I was 48, so I gained 7 levels in 1 hour and 60 minutes. They're right, because like Shenzhen, which is the Legend of Sword and Fairy, have really great stories. And like we already witnessed some of it in Shenzhen 1, the playthrough. Shenzhen 3 as well for the most part. Shenzhen 2, I'd like not to talk about that too much, although there are some good... It's basically... Shenzhen 2 is okay. It has great parts, and then it just... Oh gosh. It's like, it just dropped terribly, like a rock. It was not... It was a very ungraceful. So anyway, I know you get this creepy music, creepy like sounds in the back. We got this to greet us when we start our game next time. So we'll do the real ending on Friday, and I think this is a good time to stop. Yeah, regarding like Chinese RPGs, I hope to do more. I might do one from Xuanyuan, the first one. That might be a fun one to do. I might not do that blind because the game's short enough that I can just pre-play it and then write down translations for everything. And that'll be a lot smoother. But anyway, that's another thing. Alright, Kanra Illusion, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my talking to me with my grinding and making sure I was not going to get bored to death. It went a lot better when I had people to talk to. And we will do the real final boss, Elaine, next on Friday, and hopefully we can finish it with our extra levels now. I hope we can defeat her. Shouldn't take that long. I hope not. We'll see. Anyway, so have a good night, guys. So as always, 晚安, which means good night, and 星期五见, which means see you on Friday, and 谢谢收看, which means thank you for watching. Excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll continue uploading stuff to YouTube. I need to upload to last Wednesday's stream tonight, and yeah, so that way if you've missed the streams, you can watch them, and you can watch other streams as well on YouTube. Which is also on this very channel, youtube.com/Valius1. And so if you wanted to see the previous games I've played, because some of them are really good, and you should check them out. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and no, seriously, I don't know what kind of monster they've managed. Elaine is so creepy. Not the real one, but the monster. Anyway, have a good night, guys, and don't melt your faces off.